I look like a hot mess. At least I'm hot. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am bringing you some bedhead, an extra large t-shirt from my local library, and a full face of makeup because I'm insecure. Okay, so as of yesterday, it is officially summer vacation for me. Praise the Lord! I was ready to freaking burn down my textbooks. I don't want to say my school because that would be rude. Yeah, so I took my last final yesterday, and I know that I haven't made a video in a while, but that's because of finals. So I hope you understand. I don't really care if you don't, but like, I've also been drinking from my order of a venti cup of water for the last 3 days because I like straws. So in this video, I'm just going to be taking a stroll down memory lane of freshman year. My mom keeps saying I'm officially a sophomore, but I'm kind of in this weird suspension of in between freshman year and sophomore year. So I'm just going to be calling myself a sophomore. Okay, so as you can imagine, I was absolutely terrified for freshman year and I didn't want it to start. I wouldn't say I was like as scared as most people starting high school, because at my school I go through a K through 12 school, so I was literally just moving down to the basement. So, but I mean, high schoolers are scary. There's like guys with beards and like... So I had originally wanted to take 2 honors classes this year, history and English, because those are my favorite subjects, but I could not take honors history because of scheduling issues, because I am in a weird math class, because I'm not smart at math. And Latin, yes, I'm taking Latin. Anytime somebody learns I'm taking Latin, they're all like,
ew, why?
and I'm just like,
Because I like Latin, okay?
So I ended up only taking honors English, and first semester my 2 electives that I was in, actually technically 3 electives because I wasn't taking choir band. I was taking Intro to Theater, which was basically just a glorified study hall, and I mean, I got work done and it was fun. And then I took Personal Finance, which was a really... It wasn't like the most fun class, but it was super informative, and I actually felt like I would be using this information in the future, just about how to manage money and like how to save for college and like jobs and stuff like that. And I tell people to take Personal Finance because everybody always complains that high school never teaches you how to do taxes or like important things like managing money. And there's literally an elective for that, and then people voluntarily don't take it and then complain, and I'm just like... And then my other elective, because in high school, at my school, I'm required 2 PE credits, which is 2 semesters of some sort of physical education, and all freshmen take just a regular PE class, like every freshman takes it, but I wasn't taking that till 2nd semester, and so I decided to get that credit out of the way freshman year and take aerobics. And I absolutely loved that class because I am not a big fan of playing sports, but I do enjoy working out because it's just how like I manage my anxiety and stuff. And the aerobics teacher was so nice, and we went on runs to like Chick-fil-A or Coffee and Tea Zone, and we did like actual workouts that actually like made me sweat, but they were really nice. And I had a class of all girls, and she called us the Estrogen Club, and it was such a fun time. I'm not going to lie, going into honors English was a little bit hard, and I absolutely hated my teacher for like 2 months. If she's somehow watching this, I do not hate you now, don't worry. I really grew to love my English teacher, but it was hard at first just because it was so much work, and it was a shock because like I was taking honors English because English has always been very enjoyable and easy for me. Like it was always such an easy A. Here I had a solid like B plus the whole time, which is pretty good, but like it's kind of hard because as someone who's always been so like always gotten an A in English, it was just hard to come to terms with how hard the class was and like that I probably wasn't going to have an A the whole time. But it was really hard and it was a shock, but I'm really happy because I just know I'm such a better writer now. So yeah, that's my knee. Overall, first semester was pretty good. It was difficult, but it was good. There was also a color dance at the beginning of the year, which was fun. Like you just get chalk thrown at you. And then there was homecoming, which I didn't get asked to homecoming because I'm just a loser. It's just kind of surreal going through homecoming season and like growing up your whole life and you're watching like Disney Channel movies about homecoming and you're like, wow, it's actually not that big of a deal. I neglected to make plans with anybody because so many people were asking me to make plans with them for like getting ready and stuff, and I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so I ended up just going to Payway with one person right before. So I mean, that was fine. And then there was the winter dance, which was a ton of fun, and not a lot of people went there, but it was fun because I actually made plans with friends to get ready beforehand, so I definitely recommend doing that. And then was midterms are always a fun time. I actually took them very seriously and studied a ton, and it wasn't that bad, but that's because I studied so much. So first semester I was a part of my school's 1X, which was a lot of fun and I made a lot of friends doing that. And then second semester brought this. I read this whole thing, the whole thing. Look at all that. Ooh, look at all those annotations. I really just annotated every time they talked about nipples, but yeah, we read this whole thing in a month. Worst month of my life, okay? And we had a paper due every single Monday that whole time about this. I also auditioned during second semester to be on the improv team, and I wasn't expecting anything from it because I'm a freshman, so it's like super rare to be cast on things when you're only a freshman. And I just went to the audition just to have the experience of auditioning and because it's a fun audition, and I absolutely love improv. And so the audition went really well, and I ended up being cast, and I was actually like, I almost fainted when I saw the list. My camera ran out of footage, so I'm back. What was I talking about? Oh yes, improv. Improv was a lot of fun, but it was really intimidating because there was only me and one other freshman that was cast, which is like really cool, but weird because it was just really intimidating being with like upperclassmen who were so talented and so funny, and I'm just sitting here like, I'm a potato. I don't even like remember anything that happened. Last dance of the year was Morp, which is backwards prom, and it was like disco 70s themed, and I mean, that was fun. I definitely, out of all the dances, I would rate like best to worst was winter dance, color dance, homecoming, and then Morp. Morp was a lot of fun. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't fun, it just was the least fun out of all of them, just because, I don't know, it just wasn't as fun. This past week actually was finals week, but the week before that was musical auditions for the school musical, and I had been stressing about these literally all year because I like never worked on my voice until this year just because of musical auditions. And I was part of a very small musical I took a class and there was a little show at the end, which was fun, and I actually had a solo. But when it came to musical auditions, first of all, I had a sore throat, like a really bad sore throat, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but I did. Hi, Jazzy. I was just super nervous, and my nerves definitely got the best of me, especially for the singing part, and I just didn't feel like I did my best. So the cast list went up, and I ended up not being cast, but there was only one sophomore girl who was cast, and I'm really happy because a lot of my friends got really good roles, and so I'm really happy about that. But you know, I just so now that freshman year is closed and done, I'm going to offer you some sage wisdom and some things I learned. Number 1, do not compare yourself to the seniors. It was just kind of weird because I felt like I was always looking at these upperclassmen, mostly seniors, who were doing so many things and had accomplished so much and seemed like they had their lives together and they could drive and had jobs and all these things. But I'm 4 to 5 years younger than them, and so I really cannot put myself in the position to compare myself to a senior, someone who has had so much more life experience than I have. So, second, do your homework. Third, do the summer reading. I didn't. Fourth, ask for help when you feel like you need help. I have a bad habit of when I start feeling like I'm getting a little bit behind in a class that I'll just be like, no, I can do it myself. But you can't always do it yourself. So, fifth, it is okay not to be in French Honor Society and JCL and doing 3 sports and in a play all at the same time. Because I just felt like everybody around me was doing so many different things. And in reality, school sometimes is enough to keep you occupied, and that's okay. I mean, I did do some extracurricular activities, but as someone who gets very anxious and stressed very easily, it is okay not to be doing everything in the world. I don't even know what number I'm on. I don't know, I think that's all the wisdom I have. I mean, like, high school's high school, man. So, thanks for watching! This video is mainly just for me to be able to look back on when I'm older, and just document some things. So, I mean, if you watched it, good job, but, like, leave a like, subscribe if you want to. I can't tell you what to do, I'm not your mom.